These bags actually do smell a little bit like green apple. Hold on, I'm gonna flip this. Hi guys, my name is Tram and welcome back to my channel.
Last one didn't end like it should have been. 2 dates and you still want to get it in. And they're saying it's because of the internet.
Today I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about how I got started lifting and how I got started with YouTube. The story goes like this. Once upon a time, I think it was my freshman or sophomore year of high school, was when I really discovered YouTube. I discovered YouTube through a YouTuber named Michelle Phan. She is a pretty popular beauty guru now. I was just watching her videos and I just thought, wow, this girl's awesome. Just put up a camera and then they show us how to put up makeup and they just like talk to the camera. And I thought that was a pretty cool thing. I made my first YouTube video in high school. Maybe you guys have seen it on my channel. It's actually very embarrassing. It's called Awkward Moments with an Awkward Asian. I basically made a list of things I thought were awkward and then I just put up my laptop camera and then bam, I uploaded to YouTube and that was it. And then I didn't upload videos for a really long time. I'm not really sure why I didn't do that, but yeah, but during this time I just kept watching more YouTube, more YouTube, more YouTube. Some YouTubers I've been watching for like 5+ years. So that was pretty awesome. When I entered high school, I'm 5'2", and I was probably, I'll try to find a picture and like put it right here, but I was 5'2", I probably weighed about 105 pounds. Fast forward to high school. So I graduated high school in 2012. I got my first big girl job working at a car dealership for Toyota. This was right fresh off of track season. So then as I started working, I met a coworker. His name was Pat Moshe and I called him Pat the Hat. Pat really liked lifting and he went to Planet Fitness and I said, Pat, can you take me lifting with you like during our lunch break? And he said, sure, Tramalam. And so we would go to our lunch break and he slowly taught me about lifting, and then we would sometimes go after work, we would go during our lunch break, whatever, and that was pretty fun. When I started working out at Planet Fitness, I did cardio every day and I lifted weights every day, and my cardio consists of running and then running and then more running, and then I would lift some weights. My split would be the typical bodybuilder split, I guess you could say. It was arms, triceps, chest, back, and then legs. Fast forward some more, I left Restero, I started going to college. Going to college, I was like, oh, I'm a great lifter, I'm gonna go to the weight room and it's gonna be awesome. So if you guys have never heard of Planet Fitness, most people actually do make fun of it, but Planet Fitness, they don't have free weight squat rack, I guess you could call it. They just have a Smith machine, and I had never ever squatted without a Smith machine before. So my first time on a squat rack was at our rec center on campus, and I was very off balance. And I remember my friend Jenny and our friend Alyssa at the time went into the rec and we were gonna do squats, but actually I think Alyssa went off balance and kind of rolled her ankle that day. So then I was like, okay, well maybe this isn't for me. So I just kept lifting, and then I was also doing cardio at the time. I really liked lifting and I thought it was so fun, and I liked being aesthetically pleasing, like good looking. When I first started out in college, I did do a lot of running around the track, either before or after I lifted. I still weighed about 105, that kind of stuff. I was pretty twiggy actually. I totally forgot to include this when I was recording initially, but in October of 2013 I did run a half marathon with my friend Amelia. To be honest, I really at this time did not like running. Up until the race, I hadn't run more than a mile. So the race was a terrible, terrible day. It was cold, I was cold, but actually I wouldn't regret doing this experience. I just would not run a race again. I would just do like bodybuilder bro stuff, and then the summer after my sophomore year, or the summer before my junior year, so last summer, I was really into powerlifting stuff. If you guys know me, I'm a very social person. I love building relationships with people. So I met a bunch of friends through the rec that I still have now. One person in particular, his name is Mike Kashner. If you're watching this, hello! And his roommate, Andy. Andy's a really good power lifter, so I would go in and lift with them and they would teach me how to do things. So that's how I learned. When I got into the more like powerlifty kind of stuff, I laid back on the cardio. I think the strongest I ever was when I was doing powerlifting stuff was I benched my body weight. So at the time that was 110, and then I squatted 195 or something, but it wasn't to the depth that I can squat now. And then I deadlifted. My highest deadlift was 275. I did that, And then I met this guy named Tom, and Tom is now my boyfriend. If you're watching this, hi! Tom was really big into weightlifting, and if you guys don't know the difference, weightlifting, which is the Olympic style of lifting, is one word, so weightlifting, one word. Weightlifting is a sport where the athletes compete in two lifts, the snatch and then the clean and jerk. And basically, you just have to move the weight from the floor over your head, as opposed to weight lifting, otherwise known as weight training, is just not that. I met Tom, well, this is really bad, but I don't remember meeting Tom, like, my sophomore year, because he used to work, well, he still works in the rec. And so apparently we met then, and then we started hanging out last summer because, truthfully, we were like the only people in our little dinky college town. Not a lot of people around, so we used to like hang out every day, yada yada yada. At this time, he was preparing to go to university nationals, and I was like, oh wow, that is really cool, you must be very good. That September, so September 2014, I started weightlifting because I got a new boyfriend. This is what he did, and truthfully, I was getting kind of bored with doing bodybuilder stuff. I mean, there's really only so much you can curl and do bicep things. But actually, my arms were pretty big back then. I'll try to find a picture, but there is a picture of my arms look huge. So I guess that was really the only bonus. I got really bored because I wasn't on a set program that was making me stronger. I was lifting because I wanted abs and I wanted to look good, which I don't think are very good reasons to lift in the first place. That's when I started weightlifting, and I joined our school's weightlifting club. I fell in love with it. It's amazing. Last year I had two coaches, KP and Matt. They wrote our programming all year, so when I started weightlifting in September, a couple weeks after that, Tom went to university, and we watched him on the big screen in the rec, and it was so fun. And I remember at the time, I didn't know much about lifting, so every time he would either make one or miss the lift, that's like, I would just say, oh yeah, he missed it, but I wouldn't see why because I didn't have that much of a weightlifting eye, I guess. The Wisconsin State Championships rolled around. That was in the beginning of December. The lifting club had just started like a year before that. I think it was on like December 6th. It was 4 days after my 21st birthday, and I said, wow, this is awesome, this is the best birthday present ever. So I did my first meet in December of 2014 last year, and as a 53 kilogram weightlifter, I don't remember, what number, oh okay, I hit 45 and 60. I totaled 100 at my first meet, and I didn't think it was a really big deal then. I was like, oh okay, that's cool, but apparently hitting triple digits on your first meet is pretty mediocre. Don't wanna, you know, toot my own horn or anything. Okay, so then I said, wow, doing meets is so fun. Very competitive person by nature. I was in gymnastics and track, and I loved meet days, even though sometimes I said I didn't, but I secretly loved the adrenaline, and I like competing. Flash forward to now, I have done 5 meets. Yes. The meet that we just did in Minnesota was, I think, my 4th or 5th meet, I don't really remember. But now, I don't do any cardio. I do squats every day in different variations, cleans, snatches, front squats, back squats, that kind of stuff. And I weigh about 115 pounds, but yeah, I have never felt better. Weightlifting, I've learned, is so much deeper than I thought it was. In the beginning, everybody thinks, even I thought this, it was about lifting the most weight. Who could lift the most weight? It kind of is, but it's who can lift the most weight with the best form, legal form, and that can stay in the weightlifting game. For those of you who stumbled upon my channel because, I don't know, but welcome. This is what I do. I'm a weightlifter. That's what I would call myself. I love weightlifting. I want to weightlift for a long time. I love watching people weightlift. I love supporting my teammates. I love supporting people that I find on Instagram. Here we are. It's August 26th. 2015, and I'm making this video. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube channel. The reason that I started making YouTube videos so frequently this summer is that I finally realized that I love interacting with people. I love building relationships with people. I love building rapport with people. Truthfully, I love figuring out what makes people tick, and I love working with people. And I like that whenever I make YouTube videos, you guys will comment on it and give me some kind of advice or just say hi to me or comment on something that I said in my video. I think that's really great. I think that YouTube is different from other forms of social media like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, because you can actually talk to the people that you're interacting with. It's not just you're reading something, you can see their facial expressions and what they're doing in their lives. I love taking a little chunk of everybody that I meet and putting it into myself. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm gonna get, every day I get one step closer, and I think that it took me so long to start making videos frequently because I really only started to know who I was this past year and like the tail end of last year. Before, I was just kind of like this really happy person, and I really liked talking to people, but I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was just, oh yeah, la-di-da, I really like talking, blah 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 blah. But now I realize that I really like the relationships, like the bonds that people can make with each other. I think it's different from whatever you can do. The thing I want to tell you guys, or like put this out there before someone labels me as something I don't want to be labeled at, which I guess you can't really help, but I don't want to be labeled as a fitness YouTube channel at all. I think that the fitness world is kind of skewed. Anybody thinks that they can tell anybody what to do, and anybody thinks that just because they have blah 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 certification means that they can tell anybody, or like they're automatically a trainer, and that's not true. There are a lot of bogus training certifications out there, and I think that everybody should be cautious with who they give their money to. If you want to believe it or not, fitness and nutrition are sciences that people spend years and years to perfect, and okay. Well, I hope you guys like this rant. I'm sorry if it doesn't really make any sense, but that's how I got started in fitness. And oh, one more thing. I guess my YouTube goals would be, I don't know, I'm almost at 230 subscribers, so thank you guys for that. That's pretty awesome. I'm very excited about that. I appreciate you guys so much for watching my videos and like continuing to watch my videos. I think it's great. My YouTube goals would basically just to be, I don't know, to build more relationships with people and make more friends. Virtual friends are just as important as real life friends. Remember that. Maybe in 7 years from now, I'll still be making YouTube videos, and you guys that watch me now will see all the progress that I've made, or haven't made. Knock on wood. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have never seen my videos before, hi, my name is Tram, and I make vlogs, and sometimes I lift. Please subscribe if you haven't. In a couple videos from now, I'll let you guys know about my whole shoulder ordeal. But thank you for all of the support, and it means the world to me. And if you want to make a fitness video, or you want to make a video talking about yourself, you should do that, because I believe in you. Goodbye!